Hey guys, this is Marcus. In this video, I want to give you a comparison of the VW Grand California versus the other models and competitors that I've taken up to this point. I've taken about 7 different models for a test drive, each for 1 week, including the VW T6, different models, the Mercedes Marco Polo, the Peugeot Boxer, Roadhouse from Road Surfer, a Fiat Ducato, and also the Ford Transit Nugget. So 2023 has been the year of campervans for me and my family. I've really enjoyed testing out different models and to see which one I would buy if I were to buy one. I previously thought that I'd get the Ford Transit and either build it out myself or hire somebody to build it out. But since then, I have changed my mind. Now, the VW Grand California can be great for a lot of reasons. It's very roomy. It's extremely roomy as far as height goes. It's 3.1 meters tall. So, you don't have any issues there. There's the bed above the cabin that pulls out and goes back in. So you don't have to have it there all of the time. And when it is out, it's quite comfortable for kids. I can't fit there unless I sleep diagonally, but if you have kids, this is a great option. It does have a very nice bed in the back and a full cabin for the shower and the bathroom. It's very comfortable in there to move around. It's not tight. And the table area, the table's sturdy and it's large. Enough for adults, or even I have 3 kids, so I could fit all of us here, 2 adults and 3 kids, just put a stool or something for the 3rd kid or for me. But in general, I would say this: the VW Grand California, it's great if you are traveling throughout Europe for longer periods of time because it's more spacious, it holds more water, and the propane tanks are quite large, and there's 2 of them, so you could go off-grid for several days and still be comfortable, even if the weather does not permit really going out and just being out in nature. If it's rainy for several days, you could still have a lot of space inside the vehicle. Now I'm comparing that to the Ford Transit Nugget and the VW T6. Those have pop tops. Even the Roadhouse, it was tall. I would definitely get a camper van for my family if I were to go out and explore all the time. I would get one where I could stand up in. I do not like the pop tops for the longer trips. It's just a little bit harder to maneuver. Actually, it's a lot harder to maneuver when you're spending more time in the camper van. If you were to spend time in the smaller models that have pop tops, then I would definitely spend more time at paid campgrounds than off-grid places that don't have any facilities at all, just because you don't really have the shower and the toilets. So that's my 2 cents on the VW Grand California versus the ones that I've previously tested. Now, there's a lot of different options and variations on different vehicles I have never tested out, but that's just based on my experience over 2023, having had 7 different camper vans, some the same but different models and different times of the year. That's why I mentioned the weather. I would take this out on longer trips out of off-grid, kind of out of the city. And one great thing about this vehicle is you could stealth camp on city parking. You can't go underground because it's so tall, but you can stealth camp for quite a long time. That's a huge advantage, actually, that some of the others don't have. Like if you put up the pop top, it's clear that you're camping, like in France, and then you could get a fine, or people ask you to leave. I could see you parking on street overnight when the parking is free in Paris, even, because that's when we were there. And you could sleep comfortably overnight and then leave in the morning, or start paying on-street parking. But a huge downside is you can't really go all over a city if you want to see the city. I mean, you can, but you always have to keep in mind that you're 3.1 meters tall and you may run into something. So again, that's how I would use this vehicle in particular. I wouldn't get it for a daily driver to haul kids around and camp. If I were to buy one camper van and I have to, still drive around, it's just a little bit too tall and too bulky for kind of daily driving, or you're using it for family errands, I would say. If you're using it for family errands, then this is not one that I would recommend. But if you're a tourist, you come into Europe, this is a great option because you have so much space and you could spend a long time if you're on a long-term road trip. So those are my thoughts on the VW Grand California versus the other models and competition that you may see. You can check out a lot of the models that Road Surfer has. Just go to roadsurfer.com and see what models they have. You know, they have those, even the bigger ones that can't remember how they call them, but just motorhomes basically. And obviously those would be for long-term trips. You know, if you have kids, that would be an option as well. But then with those, you can't go into the city very much, maneuver. I can't imagine going into the places where we were in Italy, maneuvering that thing around. Even this is kind of a little bit tough to maneuver. It's narrow, but it's a little bit long and it's tall, but you could still go into a lot of cities and even small towns. So those are my thoughts on the VW Grand California and how it compares to others. And I hope that is helpful to you, whether you want to rent or buy. And if you are looking to buy in Europe, then check out my other channel. I started a service called CarTurf. Go to mycarturf.com. I'll leave the links in the description. It allows you to buy, register, and have an insured vehicle for as long as you want in Europe, so that you could visit a ton of different countries in your own vehicle that you purchase. And then at the end, we can help you sell it. So check it out if that's your case. If not, I hope you got a lot of insight out of these videos, and it helps you decide what campervan is the best for you and your family. See you in another video.